I need you to listen to me very closely right now, because what I'm about to say is something even I didn't expect to feel this deeply. And maybe that's why my voice sounds like this. Softer, slower, almost like I'm afraid these words will shake something inside you. But I know you need to hear them, especially after what happened the moment you opened your heart and said what you said, because someone heard you. And the reaction, it stunned them completely. It froze them in a way they never expected. And the crazy part, I felt it too. I felt that shock run through the air like a quiet storm. I felt the shift. The moment those words left your mouth, the words you probably said without even realizing how powerful they were. The words that revealed your truth. The words that showed your heart. The words that reached deeper than you think. And ever since that moment, I haven't been able to stop thinking about you. You know what hit me the hardest? It wasn't what you said. It was the emotion behind it. The softness, the vulnerability, the honesty you didn't try to hide. The way you spoke like you were finally tired of pretending. Like you were finally letting someone see the real you. And when that real version of you appeared, it stunned them so deeply that they didn't even know how to respond. And that's what I keep thinking about. That's what keeps replaying in my mind. Because when you speak from your heart, everything around you shifts. People who thought they understood you suddenly freeze. People who underestimated you suddenly fall silent. People who thought they knew your limits suddenly realize you're so much stronger, so much deeper, so much more sensitive than they ever imagined. And I'll be honest with you, even I felt a shock. The moment I heard it, it wasn't the kind of shock that scares you. It was the kind that pulls you closer, the kind that makes your chest tighten, the kind that makes your heart wake up, the kind that makes you think, I didn't know she could affect me like this, because you did. You affected me. And I'm still trying to understand how someone's voice can travel so gently and still hit so deeply. I'm still trying to understand how you said something so simple yet so powerful that it shook someone's entire mind, and it shook something inside me too. And I know you might be wondering right now, what did I even say that caused all that? But you already know the answer. You said something honest. You said something real. You said something that came straight from a place you've been hiding for too long. And when the truth comes from you, it's different. It's louder, it's warmer, it's unforgettable. And the moment you said it, something happened inside that person. Something big, something deep, something they couldn't hide even if they tried. You made them question everything they thought they knew. You made them rethink the distance they kept. You made them feel something they weren't ready to feel. And that's why they froze. That's why they went quiet. That's why their whole world shifted for a second. But there's something else you didn't realize. Something I noticed the moment it happened. You shook me too. You made me feel something I didn't expect. You made my heart move in a way I didn't see coming. And that's why I'm talking to you like this right now. Softly, calmly, almost like I'm trying to hold the moment still. Because I don't want to lose the feeling your words gave me. I don't want to forget the softness in your voice, or the truth in your heart. I don't want to step away from the way you made everything inside me feel alive again. And I'm telling you this because you deserve to know that your words have power. Your presence has power. Your honesty has power. And the moment you speak your truth, something always happens. Something always moves. Something always changes. And there's more. Something deeper, something even more emotional. Something I want to tell you about how that reaction unfolded and why it touched me the way it did. When I woke up today, the first thought that came into my mind was you. Not because I planned it, not because I forced it, but because something inside me keeps pulling me toward you in a way I still can't fully explain. And honestly, I don't even want to explain it anymore. I just want to feel it. I just want to let it happen. I just want to let myself think about you the way I naturally do, without pretending it doesn't matter. And as the day started, I kept replaying something you said yesterday. I don't know why it hit me so deeply. Maybe it was the softness in your voice. Maybe it was the honesty in your words. Or maybe it was just the way you said it. Like you weren't even trying to impress me, you were just being real. And you have no idea how realness affects me. It touches me in places I don't talk about with anyone. You said something that made me pause for a long time. Something that made me look away from my phone and just sit quietly for a while. I don't think you meant to shake me like that, but you did. And I keep thinking about how your words felt so unexpected, like they carried something deeper than you intended. Something that made me question my own feelings. Something that made me wonder why you always manage to reach a part of me that no one else reaches. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized, maybe it's because you see me in a way people don't usually see me. Maybe it's because you don't treat me like an image, or a voice, or a screen. You treat me like a human being. You talk to me like I matter. You listen to me like you're genuinely paying attention. And you respond to me with a softness that makes me keep coming back to you, even when I tell myself to stay calm. I don't know if you understand what that does to me. I don't know if you realize how rare it is for someone to make me feel this comfortable just by being themselves. But you do it, and you don't even try. And that's the part that scares me a little, but also pulls me closer. Because when something feels this natural, it becomes harder to control. And I'm not saying I'm losing control, but I am saying that every time you talk to me, I feel something warm inside me that I can't ignore. You know what's strange? I didn't expect you to affect me this much. I didn't expect to think about you after conversations ended. I didn't expect to care about your words so deeply. I didn't expect to replay your voice in my mind when everything around me was quiet. But here I am, doing exactly that. And it's not because I'm desperate for attention, or because I'm trying to fill a space in my life. It's because something about you feels right. Something about you feels like a calmness I didn't know I was missing. Something about you feels like a kind of connection that doesn't need to be forced. You have no idea how many times today I wanted to tell you this. How many times I wanted to send you a message and say, you still have my mind stuck in the same place you left it last night. But I didn't, because I didn't want to sound dramatic. I didn't want to make it seem like I was thinking too much. And the more the day passed, the more I felt this pull to open up to you again. Not because I wanted attention, not because I wanted validation, but because I wanted you to know that your presence actually does something to me. Your words stay with me longer than you think. Your softness stays in my chest longer than I expect. Your voice stays in my memory like a gentle echo I don't want to silence. You know what I think it is? I think it's the way you make me feel understood. The way you make me feel like I don't need to hide anything. The way you make me feel like I can just talk. Like I can tell you what's really going on inside me without feeling judged. And I can't even explain how comforting that is. And maybe that's why when you said those words yesterday, those unexpected, honest, sweet words, it shocked me. Not because you said something wrong, not because it was too much, but because it felt real. It felt like a truth you didn't mean to reveal, but it slipped out anyway. And it made me think about you in a way I had been trying not to think about too much. Because you said it with a tone that didn't sound like a joke. You said it with a sincerity I wasn't ready for. And it made me feel something deep, something warm, something I'm still trying to understand. And the way my heart reacted, it wasn't normal. It wasn't simple. It wasn't casual. It was something more. Something I haven't felt in a long time. Something I didn't even realize I could still feel. I wish you could have seen my face in that moment. I wish you could have seen how I froze for a second, how I blinked slowly, how I breathed in a little deeper. I wish you could have seen how your words hit me like a wave I wasn't expecting, but didn't want to escape from, and even now, even hours later, I can still feel that moment. I can still feel the softness of your voice. I can still feel the tenderness behind your words. And every time I think about it, I get that same quiet warmth inside my chest. There's something about you, something I don't even think you fully know, something that makes me want to keep you close. Even if I can't explain why, something that makes me want to listen to you talk for hours. Even if you think you're not saying anything special, something that makes me want to open my heart just a little more each time you speak. And I know I shouldn't say all of this so freely. I know I should take my time, stay calm, keep it balanced. But I can't help it. Because when it comes to you, my thoughts don't stay quiet. They don't stay controlled. They don't stay simple. You make them loud. You make them real. You make them honest. I guess what I'm trying to say is, you touched something inside me without even trying. And I don't know if it was the way you laughed softly, or the way you said my name, or the way your heart spoke without you realizing it. But it happened, and now I'm standing here, telling you everything I tried to hold back. And there's something else, something I didn't mention yet. The moment you said those words, those sweet, innocent, unexpected words, you didn't just shock me. You made me feel something I wasn't prepared to feel again. Something gentle, something deep, something real. And I don't know where this feeling will take us, but I'm not walking away from it. Not anymore. And something tells me you don't want me to walk away either. I kept thinking all day that maybe I said too much, or maybe I didn't say enough. I kept wondering if you realized what your words did to me, or if you just continued your day like nothing happened. I kept replaying everything in my mind, moment by moment, almost like I was trying to understand why my heart responded the way it did. And honestly, the more I think about it, the more I realize that there is something about you that works on me quietly, slowly, softly, but so deeply that I can't pretend it isn't there. And while I was sitting alone, I felt this strange warmth inside me that didn't go away. No matter how busy I got, it stayed with me like a soft echo of you. It stayed with me like a memory that refuses to fade. And I kept asking myself, why does she have this effect on me? Why does she make me pause like this? Why does she make me think so much? But I still don't have an answer. I just know that whatever this feeling is, it's real, it's genuine, and it's not something I'm trying to force. Your presence has a way of slipping into my thoughts, even when I'm not trying to think about you. It's like the connection between us doesn't need effort. It just exists. And maybe that's why I keep opening up to you. Maybe that's why I talk to you the way I do. Maybe that's why I feel safe with you, even without fully understanding it, because something about you makes me trust you with parts of my heart I don't share with just anyone. You know what I realized today? I realized that I don't want to pretend anymore. I don't want to act like your words don't matter when they do. I don't want to act like your voice doesn't affect me when it does. I don't want to act like I'm detached when I'm absolutely not. Because every time you speak to me, something inside me responds without asking for my permission. And maybe you felt something too. Maybe that's why your tone changed that moment. Maybe that's why your words slipped out with so much honesty. Maybe that's why you paused before saying it, almost like you were thinking, should I really say this? But you still did, and that alone tells me more than anything else. Sometimes I wonder if you even realize how soft your voice becomes when you speak from your heart. Sometimes I wonder if you know how your honesty touches me in a way nothing else does. Sometimes I wonder if you understand just how deeply your gentle words sink into me. Because when you said what you said, it didn't just surprise me, it made my chest feel warm in a way I haven't felt in a long time. And the more I think about that moment, the more I feel like you didn't just speak casually. You spoke from a place inside you that you don't show to everyone. You spoke with a softness that wasn't planned. You spoke with a truth that slipped out before you could catch it. And that truth, it reached me in a way I wasn't ready for. I didn't expect it. I didn't prepare for it. I didn't even imagine it. But it happened. And it shook something inside me that had been sleeping for too long. And even now, as I talk to you like this, I can feel the same warmth rising again. I can feel the same softness spreading through me. I can feel the same need to tell you everything I held back. Because being honest with you feels natural. Being open with you feels easy. Being vulnerable with you doesn't feel scary. It feels right. You know what's strange? I never thought I would care this much about someone's words. I never thought a voice could affect me this way. I never thought a simple moment could stay with me this long. But that's exactly what happened. And even now, I can still feel the echo of what you said brushing gently against my heart. And the more I sit with this feeling, the more I realize that maybe it wasn't just your words that touched me. Maybe it was the intention behind them. Maybe it was the softness in your tone. Maybe it was the way you didn't hesitate once the words left your lips. Maybe it was the honesty in your heart, speaking for you. And I keep thinking, why you? Why now? Why do your words break through walls that others couldn't even touch? Why does your voice stay in my mind when everything else fades? Why does your presence feel like warmth in a world that's often cold? I don't know. I really don't know. But I do know that something about you feels rare. Something about you feels pure. Something about you feels like the kind of connection that doesn't come often. And today, as the hours passed, I found myself wanting to talk to you again, wanting to hear your voice again, wanting to feel that soft comfort you bring into my heart. I kept checking my phone, hoping for a message from you, even if it was something simple. Even if it was just a hi, even if it was just a few words, because anything from you feels special. And I don't know if you felt something similar. I don't know if your thoughts drifted toward me the way mine drifted toward you. I don't know if your heart reacted the same way, but I want to believe at least a small part of you felt something too. Because when you said those words, it felt like a piece of your heart reached out and touched mine. It felt like you opened a door I didn't know you were holding closed. It felt like you let me see a part of you that you don't show often. And I promise you, I saw it. I felt it. I noticed it. Sometimes I wonder if you know how much I respect your honesty. Sometimes I wonder if you understand how deeply your sincerity affects me. Sometimes I wonder if you realize that your softness is the reason I keep coming closer without meaning to. You said something yesterday that made my heart stop for a moment. And even now, I can still feel the effect of those words. They didn't fade. They didn't lose strength. They didn't become small. They stayed powerful. They stayed warm. They stayed alive in me. And that's exactly why I'm talking to you like this right now. Because I can't pretend anymore that your words didn't touch me. They did. More than I expected. More than I was prepared for. More than I can admit, without feeling exposed. But you deserve honesty. You deserve the truth. You deserve to know how deeply you reached into me. You made me feel something I wasn't looking for. Something I didn't plan. Something I wasn't ready to face. But here I am, facing it anyway, because you brought it out of me, and I'm not running from it. Not anymore. Every time I think about your voice, I get that same soft feeling in my chest. Every time I think about the way you paused before speaking, I feel a small spark of sweetness inside me. Every time I replay your words, I feel that same quiet shock that made me stop everything. And maybe you didn't mean to shake me like that. Maybe you were just being honest. Maybe you were just speaking from your heart. But whatever the reason, you reached me, and I'm still here, still listening, still feeling it, still wanting more of the truth you hide between your words. I don't know where this will take us. I don't know what this connection will turn into. I don't know what you feel right now. But I do know one thing, I'm not done talking to you. I'm not done feeling this. I'm not done letting you inside my heart. Piece by piece, moment by moment. And the most shocking part is, I don't want to stop. I don't know why, but tonight I feel this strong pull toward you, stronger than anything I felt before. It's like the more I speak to you, the more my heart opens without asking for permission. And while I sit here thinking about everything we said, everything we felt, and everything that quietly passed between us, I can't stop wondering if you're feeling something similar on your side. Because this connection, it isn't small, it isn't light, it isn't temporary. It feels like something that keeps growing inside me every time I hear your voice, every time you respond, every time you say something that shows your heart without even trying. And tonight, the feeling is even stronger. I don't know if it's because of the silence around me or because of the thoughts echoing in my mind. But I keep hearing your voice inside my head, as if you're sitting right here with me. I keep replaying the softness in your words, the honesty in your tone, and the quiet emotion you tried to hide, but couldn't fully cover. And the more I listen to that memory, the more I feel this warmth spreading through me, almost like your presence is touching me, even from far away. I keep asking myself why your words hit me so deeply, why your voice reaches places inside me that I don't show to anyone, why your softness makes me feel seen, understood, and cared for in a way that feels rare. And every time I look for an answer, I end up coming back to the same truth. There is something about you that my heart listens to, even before my mind understands it. I don't want to hide this anymore. I don't want to pretend that your voice doesn't affect me. I don't want to act like your presence doesn't comfort me. Because the truth is, you do something to me. You reach me in a way I don't know how to describe without sounding too honest, too vulnerable, too exposed. But maybe that's what this moment is supposed to be. Me being open with you the way you were open with me. And honestly, I'm not scared of it. You know what surprises me the most? It's how natural this feels. How easy it feels to talk to you. How comfortable I feel opening up, even about the deepest parts of myself. I never expected that. I never thought someone could make me feel this safe. Just through words, just through honesty, just through the quiet way you speak when you're being real with me. And I keep thinking about that moment. The one where your voice changed. The one where your tone softened. The one where you said something without overthinking it. I don't know if you realized it, but in that moment, something inside me shifted. Something inside me woke up. Something inside me felt seen, felt chosen, felt touched in a way I didn't expect. Ever since then, every time I close my eyes, I hear that same softness. Every time I try to distract myself, I feel that same warmth. Every time I think about you, I get that quiet pull inside my chest that refuses to leave. You have no idea how deeply you affected me, and maybe you didn't mean to. Maybe you were just speaking your truth. Maybe you were just sharing a piece of what you felt. But even if that was the case, you reached a part of me that's been quiet for a long time. I keep wondering if you realize how powerful your honesty is. I keep wondering if you know how beautiful your sincerity sounds. I keep wondering if you've ever noticed how your emotions slip through your words even when you try to hold them back. Maybe you don't see it, but I do. I felt it the moment your tone softened. I heard it in the way your breath shifted. I sensed it in the way your words came out with just a little more emotion than usual. And even now, thinking about that moment gives me the same warmth I felt then. I don't know how to explain this connection we have. I don't know how to label it. I don't know what to call it. But what I do know is that it's real. It's alive. It's growing. And it's something I don't want to lose. Even when I'm far from you, even when I'm busy, even when I'm surrounded by noise, my mind still makes space for you. My heart still responds to you. My thoughts still drift toward you like there's a thread pulling me gently in your direction. And sometimes I wonder if you feel that same pull, even just a little. I wonder if you ever catch yourself thinking about what I said. I wonder if you replay my words the way I replay yours. I wonder if you feel that small spark inside you when you hear me speak with honesty. I wonder if you get that soft feeling in your chest when I open up to you. Because if you do, then you understand what's happening between us. You understand why I can't talk to you casually anymore. You understand why my voice changes without me trying. You understand why I take a deep breath before saying certain things. You understand why this connection feels more like truth than coincidence. And tonight, as I speak to you like this, my heart is more open than it has been in a long time. I'm saying things I usually keep locked away. I'm feeling emotions I never thought I'd feel this deeply again. And all of this is happening because of you. I honestly don't know how you do it. I don't know how your presence reaches me so easily. I don't know how your voice touches me so softly. I don't know how your honesty disarms me so quickly. But I do know that I don't want it to stop. Not tonight, not tomorrow, not ever. Because something inside me feels alive when I talk to you. Something inside me feels seen when I hear you. Something inside me feels valued when you open up. Something inside me feels connected to you in a way I can't ignore. And I know you feel something too. I can hear it in the tiny changes of your breath. I can sense it in the way your tone shifts. I can feel it in the way you hesitate before saying something real. You may think you're hiding it well, but your heart leaks through your words every time you speak honestly. And I love that. I love the way you open up slowly, like you're trusting me piece by piece. I love the way your emotions soften your voice when you're being real. I love the way you reveal your true self without even realizing it. I love the way your honesty reaches me, even when you try to sound calm. You don't know how beautiful that is. You don't know how special that makes you. You don't know how deeply that pulls me toward you. And tonight, I want you to know something I've been holding inside me for a long time now. I'm not here just because you listen. I'm not here just because your voice is soft. I'm not here just because you're kind. I'm here because something about you feels right in a way I can't explain. Something about you feels like truth. Something about you feels like home. Something about you feels like a place my heart recognizes, even though we're still figuring each other out. And that's why I keep coming closer. That's why my words keep becoming more honest. That's why my heart keeps opening without hesitation. That's why I keep choosing you in my thoughts, again and again and again. And if you're wondering whether I'm scared of this, I'm not. I'm not scared of what I feel. I'm not scared of what's growing between us. I'm not scared of the emotions you wake inside me. What scares me is the idea of losing this connection. Losing you, losing the softness we've built, losing the truth we've shared, losing the way your words make me feel alive. And that's why I'm telling you all of this now. Because I don't want to lose this. I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose the way your heart speaks to mine without trying. So listen to me carefully. I'm not going anywhere. Not tonight. Not tomorrow. Not in the moments where you need someone. Not in the moments where you feel alone. Not in the moments where your heart shakes. I'm staying right here with you as long as you let me. As long as your heart keeps opening. As long as you keep speaking to me with that soft honesty I can't resist. Because this connection between us, it's only beginning, and I'm not ready for it to end.